Overnight temperature 60 to 65. Clouds, showers, and thunderstorms expected Saturday and Saturday night. More severe weather is possible. The high Saturday in the mid-70s, and it'll be in the mid-50s Saturday night. Partly to mostly sunny in the mid-70s Sunday. Definitely a less chance of rain. Your life, your music. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Cyclone Fornis made landfall on India's east coastline with over 1 million people evacuated. Spain says it won't hand over Venezuelan opposition figure Leopoldo Lopez, who's in its embassy in Caracas. Britain's two main parties have lost seats in local elections, with both saying it's partly a backlash over Brexit, and tributes are being paid to Star Wars Chewbacca actor Peter Mayhew, who's died at the age of 74.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wet Friday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day despite the rain. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Ms. Brandi Hodges.
Good morning.
From the Craigor County Jonesboro Public Library. How are you today?
I am wonderful. It wasn't actually raining when I came in, so that's a good thing.
So let's pray that it holds off so everybody gets home and out of it, out of the elements. So, all right. So we have a lot to catch up on. You all had your art and crafts fair.
We did.
Over the last weekend, and so I saw a lot of the pictures, and it was amazing. People in their costumes and some animals out there as well. So tell us all about the fair.
So we had 50 scheduled artists and crafters, and we always have a few just at the last minute who have emergencies come up and they can't make it. But we had several who didn't arrive just simply because it was raining when we got there on Saturday morning. We got there around 7:15 and it was raining pretty steadily. And so that's always a bad sign. We're going to have an art and craft fair, but we ended up having around 39 or so art and crafters who were on hand for the event. We had about 700 people come through the event throughout the day. We had different individuals, the Society of Creative Anachronism, who does medieval role-playing and demonstrations. They were on hand. We also had just some great visitors from the 4-H. They had a booth there doing some crafts with kids, but they also brought a pony masquerading as a unicorn. She had a unicorn horn and all sorts of fun things. She was so soft and her fur was just wonderful. And then we had Penelope the pig, and she was wearing a tutu. She was so cute. You can go to facebook.com/ccjpl to get to the library Facebook page and look for the Arts on the Lawn album we have up. We had some great pictures of people shopping. The Race for the Cure was Saturday, and we had lots of people arrive about noon in their skirts and hot pink and all their costumes. You would have loved it. But it was great. We had a great turnout. We had a lot of fun. We battled the wind all day. It was very windy, but still we appreciate everyone who made us a part of their Saturday. This was one of the first, even though with the rain here and there and the wind, this was one of the first truly beautiful weekends we'd had in a while. So, we understandably a lot of people had stuff going on. But that's the thing in Jonesboro. There's always something going on. When you plan an event, you truly cannot plan around everything because every weekend there's something going on.
That's right. So I'm so happy that it was such a great turnout. And then the pictures, you all have to go look at the pictures and all the costumes and everything, and so
we have fun.
So be prepared. You all have another one in the fall? We
do. We will have it in September. Okay. It will be superhero themed. And we will have our application open in mid-July, if I can say words correctly this morning. Mid-July, our application will go live on our website and our Facebook and social media accounts. So if you're an artist or a crafter out there, our rules for our event is you have to live in Northeast Arkansas area and you have to make everything you want to sell.
Okay.
Even like what we say is if your hands have changed it in some way. So even if you're someone who likes to, buy furniture and redo it, or, if you buy, pieces of beading and then you make that into jewelry, as long as your hands are changing it in some way, that's art and crafts. I personally like to knit and glue stuff to other stuff, so that's fun for me.
That's me. Look, yes, I love to sew. I was at the sewing machine last night, so I got to get back into doing what I love.
I want to learn to sew. We don't have the classes scheduled yet, but at the library we bought several sewing machines, and we're going to start teaching some sewing classes.
Awesome.
So lots of fun things going on.
All right, and so let's get into some of the activities. One thing I want to highlight, I'm scrolling through your page and I see you took a picture with Hal.
Yes, so...
No, is it Scar? No, it's Hal.
Yesterday, we were at an event for STEM students from across the area. So there were lots of schools that have STEM or STEM, science, technology, and engineering, and some folks throw in the arts and math. We at the library always call them STEAM programs because we include arts in it. But there were lots of people. It was a little expo for STEM. We had the Nettleton STEAM School was there. Some folks from the Delta School came over. Riverside. I can't even name them all. There were so many schools there.
Was it at the library?
It was at the First Community Bank Arena.
Okay.
It was in the downstairs in the ticket area where they have some different rooms.
Okay.
There, and we had a trashing show put on by the Delta School over in Wilson and the Nettleton STEAM School, where students took things that you might consider trash and turned them into couture fashion.
Wow.
So it was it was great what a trash bag and some cut up cans can be. I mean, they were great. One girl had a dress that she had adhered bendy straws to.
Really?
And so not only was it pretty, but she made jingle sounds when she walks from the straws clicking together. So
oh my goodness.
it was a trashing show.
That is
But it was great. We were there just with we have a lot of books on STEM, STEAM, science, engineering. We have just lots of materials that people don't always realize everything we have. And we also took some of our robots and some games and different things that we have that teach coding.
All right, and I see Hal got to play with one of the little bots.
Yeah, and we said, hey, how would you hold this Autobot for us? And then he stuck it in his mouth. So we were like, don't eat it. And so Miss Nicole wrote in the caption, no Autobots were injured in the making of this photo.
That is too cute. And I'm sure the students enjoyed the whole process.
So the thing about the Autobots, they're little robots. And what they do is you write code using markers, and they read the code. I don't know, it's like they were very stubborn. Maybe they were sleepy. They're very funny. If they're ever in like not working mode, they'll start snoring. So they'll start literally snoring.
Oh,
or they'll like turn in a circle and turn like a blinker sound on. Click, 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 click. But they just would not work yesterday. It didn't matter what we did. Technology, sometimes, guys, it doesn't work. But they just were stubborn. But you could see because they'll light up on the top the code. So it'll go like red, green, red, or red, green, blue, whatever the code we're trying to tell them to do. But you can tell them to speed up. You can tell them to move at a snail's pace. You can tell them to do what's called tornado, where it just spins. But yesterday, they would not do anything. But they were fun. They're a good little tool that we use sometimes.
That's awesome. All right, so I saw another post that you all are gearing up for your summer schedule, your summer activities.
We are. So, if you come to the children's library, you might see like a something roll across the ground because it's just like a ghost town.
Okay.
Because it's our children's librarians are not working, double negative, but they are working. They are out at area schools all month long. They're one of them this morning, and they go like a group of them will go, and they'll go classroom to classroom to classroom to classroom. So, and they'll talk to students and their teachers about our summer programming.
Okay.
And what we're doing is no programming in the library.
None of it.
In May, our children's library, there's not a single program going on, but our library is full of people. You know, our children's library, there's always something going on, whether it's you want to grab a book and have a story time session with your kiddos or play with the Legos. We have had a lot of mini puppet shows because we have a little puppet house.
Okay.
And the kids will get in there and they'll have a blast.
Wow.
But we aren't doing any of our normal programming that we have usually in May because we are so busy being out of the building.
Okay.
Because we got to tell people about summer.
I know. I ran across the promo video, which is really cute.
It is really cute.
And it just says we're going to have off-site programs, free concerts, Tuesday and Thursday afternoon events for school-age kids, special programs for tweens, teens, and adults. So, like, there's a lot going on.
It is, and I don't know that I'll be back before June 1st. So this is the perfect opportunity to talk about June 1st is our big kickoff party. Okay. So we had it for the first time last year. So this will be our second time doing this. First Community Bank is sponsoring the event. They are going to come and bring out their grill, and they're going to grill hot dogs. We're going to have the Polar Roller from East Arkansas Broadcasters out there. They're going to be giving away ice cream, and we are just going to have a lot of fun. We did this last year. Last year we did painted rocks and henna tattoos and different games and activities. We always like to go along with the theme of summer, which is this year a universe of stories. So it's all about space and exploring the universe, science, thrown in there some technology. We are going to have this kickoff party from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday, June 1st. Every single thing you come to do that day is going to be free, which is our favorite thing to do. We enjoy that. So we'll be giving away hot dogs and ice cream. We will be doing some different activities for all age groups. So we'll have some things going on for kids, teens, and adults. Wow. You know, because we're part of summer too.
That's right.
We count. And we are going to be just having a fun time. But the whole point of the event is to introduce people to the idea of summer. And we did things a little differently last year. And this year we're continuing on using this online program called Beanstack. Where that is a program that you log your points throughout summer in order to earn prizes. We've simplified it, made it a lot easier. So parents, grandparents out there, if you used Beanstack last year and you didn't love it because it was too hard, we get you. It was too hard. We've made it a lot easier this summer because we don't want it to be too hard. We want you to want to come back and be a part of our programming. So June 1st, big kickoff party. You know, come hang out with us and we'll get you signed up for Summer Reading Club.
That's awesome. And then you all will be joining us on June 15th.
We will be.
At Parker Park Community Center. So we're looking forward to seeing what activity you bring for the kids that day. And you all just, again, stay so busy at the library. But along with the fun stuff, you know, school is still in session. So
it is.
Are you still offering tutoring through May?
We are not doing any of our after-school programming.
Okay, no after school.
Yeah, because right now they're doing a lot of testing.
Okay.
And we just literally don't have the staff to, because so much of our staff is out of the building.
Okay.
So we're not doing any of our children's programming that we normally would do. But we do have teen programming.
Okay.
So today we will be hosting a May the 4th Be With You event for Star Wars Reads Day. It's a program that was started by Lucasfilms probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it's a way to highlight, so many people love Star Wars. It's a way to highlight the collection of materials that we have. So it's something that was started for libraries, called Star Wars Reads Day. And there are a lot of great, you know, I'm just throwing this out there. I've never seen a Star Wars movie. Just not my thing. Never anything that I was interested in. But there are some adorable books that are Star Wars themed that I've read, and I get the general gist of what the whole thing is about. And so they are adorable and hilarious.
Wow. One thing I see, another video, I'm looking at the children's library page. Again, everyone, you can go to CCJPL for the main library information, or children's library. And then do you have a page for teens as well?
We do. We do have a page for teens as well. So you can go on, like, you can go to the Facebook page is called the Teen Zone.
Teen Zone. Okay.
Yes.
But one thing I want to highlight on the children's page, I'm looking at, ran across the video, you're doing a summer reading club?
We are. So we do summer reading club for all age groups. We have teens, we have kids, which is 0 to 12, teens, which is 13 to 17, and adults, which is 18 and up.
Okay. And so tell us more about how kids can get involved in the reading club, and then maybe what are some of the prizes or
I don't know any of the prizes,
okay.
The prizes, but incentives for being a part of our summer reading club. So teachers tell us every year that they can tell at the beginning of the next school year which students did read and which students didn't read over the summer. And at the library, ours is almost forced reading, but not forced, but like if you want to win the prizes, you have to read, this. We have different types of books. You have to read a nonfiction book. You have to read a this kind of book and a this kind of book, and you log your books, and you write the book reviews. So, and all of those earn you points. If you finish summer reading club, which there's a little chart of things that you tick off to say, I did this, I did this, I did this. When you finish your summer reading club programming, you get to pick out a book to take home that's yours. These are the Friends of the Library are great sponsors. We love having them as part of our summer programming every year. They also have a great bookshop if you love books in the back. They have a great Friends of the Library bookshop. Or if you want to donate books, we take them and resell them in our bookshop. We have... So they get a book to pick out and take home. They get a book to pick out that will stay in our collection, but it will say, this book is donated on behalf of Brandi.
Oh, wow.
And they get a book bag. A lot of times it's a t-shirt, but this year we're going to do something that they can use.
Okay.
So we're going to do a book bag.
So along with the extrinsic rewards, I think as they get older and they let it sink in, the intrinsic rewards will, be highlighted, or they'll recognize what they are. Like learning, reading can be fun, and it can be, it can help them to expand, how can I say, explore imaginative world, like expand their imagination, help them become problem solvers. It can help them in more ways than they realize in the beginning. While they think they're reading for this prize, they're exploring different worlds and different stories and different ways that books are written and different authors and all that good stuff in between.
Well, and what kids don't think about, and I think we think about as adults, is every aspect of our life involves reading. Mm-hmm. Whether you're making something for dinner, you have to read what the box says, how to follow the instructions, or you're reading the signs that tell you how to get somewhere, or you're following a map. It's not just books, and I think that that's something that kids just don't get. They're like, I don't like to read. Well, sweetie, you're reading all the time. Whether it's the video game that you're playing, you have to follow the instructions.
That's right.
And so people, they don't understand that, kids in particular don't understand how vital reading is, because understanding what's going on around you is not going to only benefit you with your schoolwork, but it's going to benefit you for the rest of your life.
That's right.
And the earlier you can start reading to your kids, or, a lot of people don't like that. You have kids, they'll say, I have a kid who doesn't like to read. And so I just always follow the children's library example and encourage them to check out an audiobook. Okay. Which, if you can be read out loud to, if you like to listen to music or anything like that, maybe you'll like I love audiobooks. So I'm a big fan and a big proponent.
Okay. And then maybe that would, some people like to hear the different tones and the voices and characters and how they're kind of played out through the audio option. And so that might in turn, help the kid develop a love or for reading down the line, because they may want to know, okay, what's more to the story? Well, in order to hear the rest of the story, you got to read it. You know, so maybe we never know how it can really help them. How it was sparked them. I can't find my words today.
It's a Friday, y'all. But it's for the kids. We do things like we have story times of a morning in the summer, and it's school age story time, and we always try to make it a fun experience for them. So not only do we have story times in the summer, and our full calendar is going to be mailed out to all households in Jonesboro Bay, Bono, Brooklyn, and Cache. Wow. Starting the week of May 20th.
So be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, watch out for them.
This year?
They are. It's kind of what we're known for.
Okay.
It will say Summer, a Universe of Stories, and it has a astronaut grilling hamburgers on it. So it's really awesome. We're excited about it. We've been working really hard on it. Our graphic designer, Micah, does a really wonderful job, and we have looked at this until we can't see it anymore to make sure there aren't any mistakes. But we also have programs for school-age children held every Tuesday and Thursday this summer. It's called Extraterrestrial Tuesdays and Far Out Thursdays, because it is a space universe theme. So we like a theme. So we will have great events on those days. I know we've got some guest speakers coming in. We'll have some activities. There's always going to be a little bit of education thrown in to your fun. We like to call it fun-educational programming. So we have those events. We'll have our off-site programs that are held every Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Parker Park Community Center. A couple of them are at Allen Park this year, but we also have them at 2 o'clock at the mall at Turtle Creek. Those are things like concerts and performances and live animals and magic shows, and you name it, we're going to have it.
All right. We're going to put a pause right there, and when we come back, we'll talk about more things that are happening at the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
How do you tell your spouse something they don't want to hear? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. In a letter. That's right, a letter. When you write something out, you usually give it more thought and are more careful with the words you put on paper. Your spouse will probably receive it better as well, since they can read it over and then think about it privately, and you won't be there to argue with. So when I want to address a sensitive subject with my wife, something she might have said that offended me, something about our finances, or something that just rubbed me the wrong way, I get out the pen and paper to express myself. Try it. You'll be encouraged by the results and relieved that you avoided an argument. Remember, your family first.
Want to connect with Mark on Twitter? You can. Follow him at twitter.com/Mark Merrill.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a non-profit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Anointed Prolude, 1216 East Johnson Avenue, serves the Jonesboro community inspired by Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. They offer brake service, oil changes, tire plugs, basic tune-ups, wiper blade changes, bulb changes, and coolant system flushes. Open Monday, Thursday, and Friday 8 to 5, Tuesday and Wednesday 8 to 4, and Saturday 8 to 2. More information 870-520-5039.
The
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers, pastor of Fullness of Joy Church, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. Wednesday night, Word and Worship, 7 p.m. Prayer Thursday night at 7 p.m. Sunday School, 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning worship, 11 o'clock a.m. And our Sunday night live service at 7 p.m.
KLEK is starting a new fundraiser which will allow listeners to donate to KLEK while buying groceries. KLEK is a part of the Kroger Community Rewards fundraising program. When shoppers visit a participating Kroger and scan his or her Kroger Plus Shoppers card, a portion of the savings goes back to KLEK to help keep it on the air. Details on how to sign up for the program are available at KrogerCommunityRewards.com and at KLEKFM.org. This is a KLEK fundraiser.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Miss Brandi Hodges from the Cricket County Jonesboro Public Library. And so we've been talking about a few things that have been happening, or that are going to be happening rather, so far. June 1st, I know that's a month away, but put it on your calendars now, is the kickoff party for the summer programs.
Yes.
And the theme for this year is a universe of stories. I wanted to ask you, how do y'all come up with all these themes? Is like a team of people kind of sit around and throw stuff out?
There is a team of people, but it's a nationwide team.
Oh,
so this
cool.
is the theme for libraries across the country.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they have the themes planned out. Like next year is fairy tales.
Wow.
So they have the themes planned out for like 10 years. But it's like the t-shirts you see us wearing at the library over the summer, libraries across the country are wearing those same t-shirts.
Wow. And so do you get a chance to though personalize or tweak the activities though?
All of the activities are library by library planning.
Okay.
So there's an overarching theme, and there are, like, we get a booklet every year that has suggestions in it and games that you can play, but it's really like up to the libraries what they do.
That's awesome. So and based on past years of things you've done and the reports you've given, people really enjoy these different themed events, and I think that kind of helps to get people in more. It's like, I don't know about you, but I love a good theme.
I love a theme. So that's why we started theming our art and craft fairs, and that's all us. There's a committee of a person from pretty much each department at the library locally, and we just, what do we want to do? And so the first one we ever did 5 years ago didn't have a theme. It was just an art and craft fair, and we were like, wouldn't this be so much more fun if it had a theme? Wow. So that's when we did the I can't even remember the super long name we gave it, but it was a vaudeville theme event, and we've done a theme ever since. So the library summer themes, it's hard to pick favorites, but there was one on superheroes a few years ago, and that one was so much fun because a superhero can be just about anything.
Yes, ma'am. They can be your local firefighter.
Exactly.
So anyone,
they're the hero. Yesterday, for the second week in a row, I got a flat tire. Last week and this week, and a couple on the side of the road came out of their house and they were my superheroes yesterday because I was partway into changing that tire in the pouring rain, and they came out and were like, let me help you.
That is amazing.
And so superheroes come in every facet of our lives.
So shout out to those people that help you. One thing, and I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I highlight a few things that are happening. There's an event happening today.
Yes, we have our Star Wars Reads Day. May the 4th be with you. Just going over teens things really quickly. Yesterday or this week, we already have had our Brush and Pen, which is a activity for teens interested in art or writing, any part of the creative process,
Okay.
we'll have that again on Thursday the 16th for teens. That is from 5:30 until 6:30. Every third Saturday of the month, we have special teen events. And this month, that is May 18th, we will have Teen Book Club. Every month, the way our book clubs work is in April, they were given a book, and they read it until the May Book Club, and we talk about it. And they're given a new book in May to read for June. That meets at 2 o'clock on the 18th, followed by Teen Gaming Club at 3 o'clock on the 18th. And then we'll have Random Fandom Friday on the 24th of May at 7. I don't know what Random Fandom Friday is all about this month. I know last month they did Spider-Man, all about Spider-Man. And then we have our concerts coming up is the next thing for teens, for all ages. But then let's poke over to adults. We have some different activities planned. We have our monthly activities, like we have Tai Chi tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay.
We have our exercise classes held Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So on Tuesdays, you can come and do a yoga class that's mind and body at 5:30. You can do a yoga class that's strictly yoga at 12:15 on Thursdays. At 5:30 on Thursdays, we have Zumba and Tai Chi every Saturday. We have some computer classes that we do. We're doing just basic computer classes held on Wednesdays.
Okay.
We'll continue those. We're also, for adults, doing, we've started a new program. Dungeons and Dragons is a game. It's a role-playing tabletop game you can play. And so we've started holding Dungeons and Dragons gaming.
Wow.
We'll have that again starting on May 10th. So that's held from 5 until 7 on 2 Fridays a month. And that is where, if you've never played before, we can help you. If you've played before, join in. And we have a campaign, is what they tell me, going on. And then we also are going to have some art and craft classes this month.
Okay.
We're going to have a class painting rocks. It's called the Kindness Project, I believe, and it's where you can paint rocks with different messages like "you're doing great" or "you're beautiful" or any message, and just leave them random places for people to pick up. And it's something that's been going on for a couple of years. We're just getting involved in it.
I found one outside of my house. I took it in. I think my son put it away somewhere, but it was just in my yard. The first time I saw it, I thought it was trash, so I left it. So next day I saw it, I'm like, okay, what is this? And it was painted red, and it had Woo Pig Suey on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and so I took a picture and posted. I'm like, I don't know who put this here, but this is Red Wolf Country, but I'm gonna take it.
And then when you find them, you're encouraged to hide it somewhere else so someone else can find it.
Oh wow.
So you could just keep passing on and keep passing on. So we're going to be painting rocks starting on just the day. I got to look at what date it is, but it's coming up in May, not next week, but the following. So the 15th, we'll have that event.
Okay.
And then on the 17th, we're going to have a DIY bath bombs. We're going to make botanical bath bombs. Both of those classes are classes you have to pre-register for.
Okay.
So because we only have enough supplies for a certain number of people. So if you're interested in taking the Kindness Rock Project class where you can come and paint some rocks, or if you would like to take the class on making the DIY botanical bath bombs, you can call 935-5133 and talk to someone in adult services, or you can come by the library and stop by our information/adult services desk and talk to someone there.
Okay, and I see an event that's on your Children's Library Facebook page. It's not on the calendar. It's the Extreme STEAM.
Yes, I need to go in and remove all of those because I haven't had an opportunity to sit down, and I wasn't sure how long they were going to be doing those events, and so I just scheduled them out. But I need to go and fix our Facebook page and remove.
So that one's not
no,
happening
and
today.
no events in May.
No events in May
For Children's Library.
All right, so sorry, people.
Sorry.
Well, check out the other events that are happening at the library. You can go to libraryinjonesboro.org. There's an event little tab or
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. If you're on your mobile device, it just says event. It looks like a little calendar page. And you can also look at different branches.
Yes.
Again, we want to encourage everyone. If you want to take an adventure this summer, you don't want to go too far away from home, check out some of the other branches and make it an adventure time for you and the whole family. There's Caraway, Harrisburg, even though it's in Poinsett County, it's still connected.
Yes.
Lake City, Lepanto, Mark Tree, Monette, and Wiener. And so take a little trip, make it a day trip or afternoon. Go to the library in one of those cities. Go eat a little cafe, a little local place, and talk about the book and whatever else. Just make it a day.
So, for example, on Monday in Lepanto, we're going to have a children's... excuse me. We'll have a children's program at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then on the 8th of May, we're going to have a Mother's Day craft event in Wiener at 4 o'clock. And then several of our branches hold these special events. In Lepanto on the 10th, we're going to have a Mother's Day craft. I'm just poking through to see what we're doing at our different branches, and you can do this, and you can set it to look at specific branches if you want to, or different specific age groups. There'll be another children's program in Lepanto on May 20th. So I talked about the summer brochure being mailed out to the Jonesboro brochure, but we also mail out another brochure that will go to Caraway, Harrisburg, Lake City, Lepanto, Mark Tree, Monette, and Wiener. And it's just the branches information. So it'll be a postcard. It'll be a large postcard. So I like to tell these people these things so that you don't accidentally throw it away.
Okay.
We will have a limited number of extras at all of our library locations, but we will be mailing these out. So the Jonesboro brochure, again, will go to Jonesboro, Bay, Bono, Brooklyn, and Cache. And our branch brochure will go to all of our branch cities.
Okay. And you mentioned Brooklyn. I know we talked about, a branch coming. So is it up
It's
and going?
still underway. The city of Brooklyn purchased the building, and so they're working on retrofitting the inside of that building so it will be suitable space for the library, and that's still under construction.
I know that community will be very happy to have their own space, because coming into Jonesboro can be a little cumbersome sometimes. One, with traffic, two, with time, and some people just don't want to come. If they work here, they don't want to go home, get their kids, and come
all the way back. So we're talking also about the branches. Lake City, McAdams Public Library is going to host bingo on May 22nd.
Okay.
So that's just another fun thing that you can go to one of our branches and do. And as Ms. Quabila has said in the past, take a road trip. If you have the time and the kids are out of school and maybe you're off work that day, or just can get out and about, pop over to one of our branch libraries and just see what they have to offer, not only with their building and their space, but a lot of these towns, maybe they have a restaurant you haven't visited, or maybe you have a family member, a grandparent, or an aunt or uncle who lives in one of these towns, and you can go pop in and visit, and then stop by the library and just kind of just visit.
All right. I see another cool event. This is happening in Wiener, even though it's May 17th. Again, you can check the events out on the calendar on their website. This is FOL Bake and Book Sale.
Yes. So
that's a fun little thing to go to.
It is. Who doesn't love a bake sale? Those are a lot of fun. So
now it says it begins at 7 a.m. So go out, check out some baked goods, some books, and get to know some people.
Yes, and our branch communities are really not that far from Jonesboro. And a lot of people don't live within the Jonesboro city limits. So maybe if you live out towards Lake City, but you've never stopped at that library, or what also people sometimes don't realize is the library card that you have is the same library card that they use at all of our branches. So if you do stop in Wiener or Lake City, or maybe stop in Caraway or any of our 7 locations, and you have your library card with you and you find something that you want to check out, you can check it out right then and there on the spot, because your card will work. It's the same card, so it'll work at all of our locations.
All right. And then, not to discourage people from going to the physical library, but worst case scenario, you can't get there, you can download the Libby app.
Yes, there are 2 apps that you can download for books. The first one is called Libby, It is made by a company called Overdrive. So many of you may have had the Overdrive app in the past, or perhaps you still use the Overdrive app on your phone. Sound very robotic this morning. But the new app is called Libby. The company is no longer going to be updating the Overdrive app.
Okay.
And so they are going to be just using the Libby app, which I was hesitant, to switch over because I knew how to use Overdrive, but Libby is so user-friendly. It's very easy to use, not only to find things, but I prefer audiobooks, and so it will easily allow you to search for things for only audiobooks. Sometimes I will download an ebook to read on my phone while my little furry pet is hopping around because I can't read a physical book because she'll try to eat it. But I really love audiobooks, and so that's what I have it designated as. You can also go into Libby and you can look at things that you've read in the past, because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot remember many things. And I can't remember the title of a book I read 2 months ago, but I can go into Libby and I can look at things I've checked out before, and then I can say, oh, it was called, this one I read, This Is Our Story by Ashley Elston. It was one of our book club books. So I can go back and look and see what I read, and that's always helpful. So if you are someone who reads a lot, and maybe sometimes someone asks you for a book recommendation and you can't remember, this is me right here, you can't remember the title, you can go back and you can look at the things that you've checked out. But you can check out 4 titles at a time, ebook or audiobook, or a combination of the two. So these are books for teenagers and up. Just the where they are on the spectrum of who they're specifically written for. That doesn't mean that juveniles can't read teen books or adults can't read teen books, because that's what I read, and so I'm not going to tell myself I can't read that. But we have another app called Axis, AXIS 360, and that is children's books and juvenile books, and it is, I can't remember the age level, they say, I think up to 6th grade. Or the book age level that those books are specifically written by the author for, but anyone can check out those books and read them. So if you love some Nancy Drew, as I do, and they're written for their juvenile fiction, but go over there, check one out, they're fun. You can check out not only, like I said before, the ebook, but you can also check out the audiobook version. I do like to remind people that we don't have everything, because we can't get every single thing that's out there, but we do take suggestions. So a couple of days ago on our Facebook page, I posted the recommendation page. So if you would like to recommend a book, request a book, there's a form on our website to do so. If you don't want to dig for it and try to find that form, you can just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ccjpl. And a couple days ago, I posted that form to help, because sometimes, we try our best to get everything in specifically a series, but sometimes we'll miss a book. So if you're reading a series and that book is out and we don't have it, just send a request over. Just say, hey, you don't have the 3rd book in the blah blah series and I'd like to read it. So all you have to do is request it and we'll try our best. We also have interlibrary loan. So if we don't have a book that you would like to read, you can request it through our adult services department through just call up 935-5133 and say, hey, I'd like to request a book through interlibrary loan. The thing about those is they come from other libraries. They're interlibraries loan. They go through different libraries that aren't in our system, and so we can attempt to get a book for you, but where our books, you can generally renew them. Those you can't renew because we don't know, someone in their system may be waiting on that book.
Okay. One thing I want to say first, good morning to Miss Amanda Donovan. She says, good morning, thank you all for what you do. Thank you for checking in, Amanda. Thank you. And then also, I'm looking at the Libby app. Just wanted to see
I love
what's
Libby
happening, and so I see they've added some new titles. And for those that are comic book junkies,
a lot of comic books we've added.
So there are a lot of comic books that have been added. So if you are a comic book Marvel junkie, and you don't either want to go buy a physical comic book because anyway, you can read it on Libby. So,
and what's also great about Libby is it will give you just added. It'll give you a list of what the most popular books are. If you want to read romance, you can click on a romance tab and it'll show you all that. It'll show you books that are trending, so things that have been really popular among other people who use Libby, who've checked them out. Okay. You can go and say, oh, I want to see what other people have read, but you can search fiction, romance, thriller, literature, mystery. You can search adult, you can search teen, there are a lot of parameters. If you want to read nonfiction, you can search under that parameter. Here's up close and personal biographies. So there's just so many ways that you can read. And every time I'm at a location, I have someone come up to me and say, I don't like to read. And that's fine. The books, and I don't take it personally. Not everybody likes to read, but our number one checked out items at the library are actually our DVD collection.
Really?
It is. So we have, so many DVDs in our collection that we love for people to come check them out. That's why we have them. We also have another app called Freegal, Freegal. And while the audiobooks and the ebooks, Libby, Access 360, they are automatically returned after your checkout period has ended, so you don't have to ever worry about late fees or getting those returned on time. They return themselves. However, Freegal, which is another app that you can download through your app store and then plug in your library card number and your PIN, which is the last 4 digits of your phone number. Freegal, when you download music, so anyone who's a Sony artist, which includes Justin Timberlake, Adele, Pink, Beyonce, tons and tons of wonderful artists that you want to buy their CDs, but you don't have to, because we pay for a service every year to provide our library card holders with free access to music. And once you download these songs, they are yours.
All right. So go check out those apps. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these announcements. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. To protect emergency cash, as well as other valuables and important documents related to your money matters, you need to own a home safe. Once you purchase the right safe for your needs and budget, here's some things you need to keep in it. Important papers related to investments, retirement plans, your bank accounts, and the associated contact information. You may also want to keep some cash on hand for ready access in an emergency. Information on outstanding debts, due dates, and contact information. Copies of important legal documents, including powers of attorney, living wills, and healthcare proxies. Copy of wills and all wills in which you are designated the executor. It's important to have access to these, as safe deposit boxes are typically sealed upon notification of the box owner's death. Spare keys and titles to all vehicles. It helps to know where copies are in the case that you need them. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
It's graduation season, and KLEK 102.5 FM is offering you an opportunity to congratulate or shout out that special graduate in your life for just $10 per message. The messages will air from May 1st through 25th at 7:31 a.m., 12:31 p.m., and 5:31 p.m. Proceeds go to help keep KLEK on the air. KLEK will also donate a portion of the proceeds to the Sonia D. Williams Scholarship Fund of the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. To sign up and purchase your greeting for that special graduate, visit our website at www.klekfm.org or call 870-277-1080. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Starks Auto Plaza at 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard is a proud KLEK supporter, offering luxury pre-owned vehicles sold wholesale to the public. At Starks, we never say no. 870-203-9980. Details at starksautoplaza.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Road. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Miss Brandi Hodges. And so we've kind of gone down a lot. We've gone over a lot of activities. And again, you can find these events at libraryinjonesboro.org.
Yes, you can find the events that we have going on in May at libraryinjonesboro.org. If you get our newsletter, our monthly newsletter was sent out yesterday at 5 o'clock. Okay. So, dig through your folders and your email inbox and see all the fun things we've got going on. In addition to our events happening this month, in our newsletter, there's a section which I'll write an article and send to the local media for next week, but we are participating in a teen writing camp that's being put on, and it will be held not at the library, but we along with different teachers in the area are taking applications currently. So if you're interested, if you have a teen who would be interested in attending a writing camp this summer, you can email Jessica Horton, our teen librarian, at jhorton@libraryinjonesboro.org. That is another thing that we've got going on. We also have our DIY classes for adults. We have our teen book club and gaming club and our Friday night events. And today at 5:30 we have our May the 4th Be With You celebration for Star Wars Reads Day for teens. Okay. So a lot of things that are going on, even though we're super busy, and in a lot of ways we're focused on summer because, hey, it's next month.
It's coming up.
It's less than a month away. June 1st is our kickoff party, 10 to 2 on the front lawn of the library. It will be a a fun time filled with everything free. We'll have First Community Bank out there grilling hot dogs for us. We'll have the Polar Roller from East Arkansas Broadcasters out there giving away ice cream. We're just going to have games and DIY things and fun for not only the kids. So many people just stop listening when they hear Summer Reading Club. Because growing up, I was involved in Summer Reading Club, and it was something that was only for children. But don't stop listening, my friends, because it is for everyone.
That's right.
We are doing one-pot cooking classes for adults. We're going to do I think a 3-part series on one-pot cooking classes. I love that. For adults, we're also going to have kid and parent cooking classes this summer. We're going to have a rave dance for the teens. Lots of fun things going on. A lot of cases, the things we do are make and take events. So you can come and learn how to do something. We're going to have galactic tie-dye.
Oh, wow.
It's something for everyone. So watch your mailboxes starting on May 20th. We are going to be mailing our summer brochure out to all households in Jonesboro, Bay Bono, Brooklyn, and Cache. It's blue. It's about 9 inches long and about 4 inches wide. It folds out. You can't miss it. It'll say summer across the front. It'll have a little astronaut grilling hot dogs and hamburgers on the front. And that is your ticket to summer. It just has every single thing we're doing listed and detailed, and we love being able to provide all of these free events and activities for everyone. We just need you to come and be a part of it.
All right. If you have to put it on the refrigerator with a magnet, put it somewhere where you walk by it every day to check the calendar and say, what's happening today? And if you miss
it, if you miss seeing it in your mailbox, we have extras starting the week of May 20th at the libraries. Stop by and pick one up. We don't want you to feel like if you accidentally threw it away or if your kid spilt, something on it, you can't have another one. We even encourage you to keep one in your car.
That's right.
You can put one on the fridge, but, grab another one if you want to and keep it in your handbag or keep it in your car so that you know what's going on. Free concerts every Tuesday night in June at 6:30. They're sponsored by Andy's Frozen Custard and Nuke's Eatery, who both come and provide free product.
That's awesome.
We'll have Gary Gazaway and Lisa Ahia on June 4th. On June 11th, we've got Corey Jackson, we've got Tony Spinner, and we've got the Fullness of Joy singers coming up. So lots of amazingly fun events going on for the whole family.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Brandi, for coming. I hope everyone is making plans to clear out your calendar and add some activities that are going to be happening at the library this summer. Again, the theme is a universe of stories, something for everybody in the family to enjoy. And don't forget, in May, there won't be any after-school activities. They'll be busy out on site doing a lot of different activities. So they're still busy.
We're busy.
Just not on site, just not at the library. They're going to be at different schools and other locations. So you see somebody out, usually you have on a shirt or a cardigan or something that says library.
Yes. Yeah, you'll see us. You can't miss us.
Or it'll be the people doing some type of activity with somebody.
And we're out there. We're talking summer up to kids so that they get excited about it and go home and tell mom or dad or whoever they have at home that's there with them at that moment. Brother, sister, everybody, just telling them about how excited they are at summer and how much they want them to bring them to the library.
All right. And again, don't forget to check out the other locations. And I can't say them off the top of my head again, but make it an adventure this summer to go visit all the other locations. And stay tuned for the facility open in Brooklyn.
Yep. And our bookmobile coming this fall.
All right. Do you have any pictures, any sneak peeks?
Well, I have a couple, but they're just basically of a blank space.
Okay.
Right now it's just like the bottom of a blank truck.
Okay. So we'll be definitely looking out for that. So thank you so much for joining us, Miss Brandi.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you again, so hopefully sometime in June. And
yes.
I know I'll see you in June 15th.
Yes.
So, all right. Thank you, everyone out there. I hope you have a great and blessed day. Hope this rain holds off and the sun comes back out. But do something fun. Come
to the library and see us. We have a lot of fun things going on. We do Even if we don't have an actual program going on, you can come and just hang out with us. Grab a book, sit in one of our chairs, use one of our free computers.
That's right. So much to do in the library. Thank you, everyone. Have a great and blessed day.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants.